The unworthy now infest our domain, but their doom is upon them. Our king has returned, and at his word, the dynasties mobilize for war.
In this video, we're going to look at the Synthetic Fertility Origin, which, outside of rushing for a virtual ascension, is probably the most powerful origin in Stellaris. We're also going to do a full playthrough, taking this origin to fight a 25 times crisis 100 years early. Let me introduce the Necron tier, a species that is dying off. They're going to attempt to change their fate though, and using Synthetic Fertility Origin, we're going to be switching over into a synthetic ascension as quickly as we possibly can. I think we can get this completed in the first 15 years of the game. To maximize our start, we're going to grab as much engineering research as we possibly can. So we'll take intelligent and natural engineers on our population. Charismatic is going to help us with an amenities issue on the capital, and then unruly at this early stage is going to be entirely free for us. Because we will start with additional population, but that population will never grow, it will only decline. We'll also get an identity repository that grants us 6 research, 2 unity, and 2 trade value for every identity in the building. Every time one of our population declines, the number of identities in the repository will also go up by 1, providing us with more research and unity. We'll also be guaranteed the technologies we need in the engineering tree to get up to synthetic and unlock the synthetic tradition, and thus synthetically ascend. To maximize our unity income, we're going to grab parliamentary system. That means our factions will form right at the start of the game, and we'll get extra unity out of them. For your second civic, you could grab pretty much anything you'd like. In order to get our ascension to go as fast as possible, I'm grabbing egalitarian. That will allow us to take utopian living standards so we can unemploy our population, especially from those crappy worker jobs, and instead get them to produce some research and unity at the cost of some extra consumer goods. Masterful crafters will provide even more consumer goods from our artificers, and that should mean we don't need as many artisans, or in this case artificers, as normal. So we should be able to ascend even faster. Fanatic Materialist is going to grant us an extra 10% research speed and reduce our robot upkeep by 20%, which will help us later on. Initially, that extra research speed will be very useful for, as you probably guessed, ascending as quickly as we possibly can. A little bit later on, I will look into the optimum build for a Synthetic Fertility Origin Empire, but in this case we are going for something of a role play. I'm not choosing a lithoid species, I am choosing to play as the squishy Necron tier. I'm going to sprinkle this full playthrough with a little bit of roleplay, but I will be trying to take you through some of the mechanics of what's going on early so you can get the most out of synthetic fertility for yourself. That's the build then, let's dive in. And if you want to follow along at home, these are the settings I'm using today. You might already know the sad story of the Necron tier, but if you don't, let me give you a brief rundown. This is entirely lies. Our only salvation lies at the hands of the star gods, the Catan, and they have promised us elongated lives if only we work out how to upload ourselves into the living metal. Now, that's going to be a little challenging. We are going to have to do some research, but very soon we're going to move from being the Necron tier into something entirely different. For our opening technology choices, everything except engineering is entirely open to us. I am going to have to take artificial workforce. We're going to push through that into synthetics as fast as we possibly can. The Silent King is ready to help all of his lovely, lovely people. And the best way to do that is going to be to switch to a civilian economy so we can get more consumer goods. Alloys are not going to be something we need now, or probably for quite a long while yet. A policy of isolationism should also help us ignore the annoying neighbors around us while we move forwards into brighter and better futures. Then, this final part might not sound like the Necrons you know, but I assure you, if you're going synthetic fertility, this is going to optimize our path to that future. We're going to take utopian abundance, giving us a massive consumer good upkeep for all of our pops, but our unemployed pops will be producing both unity and lots of tasty research. They'll also have lots of political power so that once our factions form in just a few months after the game starts, we will get lots and lots of unity from them. The capital itself is going to instantly become a factory capital. There's no need for any of those metallurgists to stick around, no thank you. But we definitely don't need all of these artificers. I'm going to drop down the number just a little bit. That gives us some unemployed pops. We also don't need any of these clerks, no thank you, and we can definitely get rid of at least one of these farmers. Now, if I was playing as a lithoid, this would be an even better start because I would be able to completely ignore food and only focus on minerals and energy. So this is slightly suboptimal, but we are going to stick with the roleplay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, even with those minus 18 amenities, we've still got 51% stability, which is beautiful. That means we haven't got any negatives, and we're already producing 96 research. Let's also disable that administrative office, we don't need it, and do a few early monthly trades to increase our mineral income. There go our factions. We have the Committee of Catan Learnings and the Citizens for the Silent King. Those two factions between them are already producing over 40 unity a month, meaning we are getting right out of the gate here 80 unity and 114 science now at month number 3. Oh, it is going to be glorious. Let's also do a bit of surveying, and then we're going to dive down into prosperity. Standard construction templates, STCs, will get us to a Necron tier future as fast as possible. The pathogenic genes do mean that our population is decreasing. They're dying allegedly of some sort of pathogen. That's not true, it's just the irradiation of this awful ocean world, I assure you. After finding some standard construction templates, we're going to dive into statecraft because the Silent King really knows how to run a state efficiently and definitely does not need any help whatsoever from anybody else. Cesarek must be doing something right, even with minus 15 amenities on the capital, which translates into minus 24% happiness. We already have almost 70% approval, giving us 67% stability. The Necron tier absolutely love us. And if you're enjoying this video, please synthetically fertilize that like button. Completing robotic workers means we have converted that decrepit gene facility on the capital into a robot assembly plant. We get 3 extra mechanical pops, and we can now start researching artificial specialists. That's the droid technology, and we're already there, halfway through year 2. Oh my goodness me. The thing is though, this robot assembly plant is not currently needed. We don't want to build robots, we want to convert our people into immortal beings. So I've disabled it, and that means we've got an unemployed pop, which is instead producing lots and lots of lovely research and unity. As more of our blessed Necron tier people die, their consciousness is transferred into the identity repository. We currently have 6 identities in there, which kind of represents 6 different pops, so literally untold millions of people. Each identity produces some research, 2 of each, and some unity, alongside some trade value and an increase to our robot output. This identity repository is absolutely balmy. We're going to get some crazy numbers on this by the time most of our species is dead. We're about to hit year 5, and we are now at 200 research per month and a tasty 81 unity. That means droids will be completed within the first 5 years of the game, allowing us to next move on to the synthetic technology. With the completion of that technology, we can then begin the synthesization process and upload all of our people into the great beyond. We're also saving up a lot of that unity because we are going to need it to complete this synthetic tradition instantly. Completing this instantly is going to be really, really good for our empire, giving us a whole host of different bonuses. The synthetic technology, though, is going to take us quite some time. 126 months remain, which is just about 10 years. I'm hopeful we can do it before year 15, but we will have to increase our research yet further. We're building more research labs and we're storing more identities in the identity repository. There's 10 in there now, and that number can only go up as our population die. With the creation of droids, we can also finally build some colony ships. They're only going to be primitive robots living there for now, but later the Necron tier people will set foot on brand new worlds. Amidst the jungles of Epec Onomet, we have finally created our first ever colony. We have a new settlement, a reactor core, and the first Necron tier city on an alien world. Take that, old ones. Our research has almost hit 300 now, we're at year 11, and that means there's only 28 months remaining on artificial administration. Our scientist Met Okopf, who apparently has some great stylish trends. Note, that's Mon Itek, my apologies, entirely different person. But Met Okopf has been adding lots of extra research output to our capital, which is very, very good. We're also almost getting a couple of colonies online. We're going to basically colonize every planet around us that we can see, because we are going to get lots and lots of pop assembly once we've completed the ascension of our species. And you can see by those crossed arms of the Silent King, he's pretty darn proud. After relentless work, we have finally achieved success. There's only one final step to take for the Necron tier people. That begins by completing the synthetics tradition, so we'll just do that straight away. With our digital dreaming, I think we should focus on memory storage. Motor functions, decision making, emotions, all of those can go out of the window. We should try and remember everything. And yeah, I'm thinking the vision of the Silent King cannot be ignored here. Let's drive straight into one vision there, with synthetics completed straight away at year 13. This is honestly just beautiful. Oh my goodness me. Now, I do want to get through another technology very, very quickly. I think I'll grab assembly patterns. Once we've completed synthesization, I will need to change the Necron tier illustratum into something a little bit more interesting. Well, it looks like the Silent King and the entire council have already ascended, but we haven't completed our ascension yet, let's not forget. There are a few more advisors, quid pro quos, important things that need to be sorted out before we can declare our people saved. With every Necron tier now housed in a machine body, we have a startling choice. We can either keep our identity repository, or we can destroy it and instead get lots of extra population. Now, I probably recommend at this point you keep the identity repository, because later on that's going to be granting you a nice 20% to extra robot output and lots of extra trade value, lots of extra research and unity that basically pays for itself. You can see the upkeep is slightly less than the trade value output, so this is such a fantastic building. Ladies and gentlemen, all hail the Synthetic Dawn. We now need to complete robo-modding very, very quickly. I'm going to push into that as fast as I possibly can. The capital no longer needs to be a factory world. Let's convert it back into a normal empire capital. We definitely need an identity complex. This is going to grant us +2 to our mechanical pop assembly empire-wide on top of any local assembly we get. With synthetic ascension completed, I now need to look at digital refactoring. Either we can focus on freedom of movement, which in this case would be the modularity ascension path, or we must prepare for the horrors of war. That would be the virtuality path. Now, it's not proper virtual, but it's still very, very strong. And that kind of makes this, I believe, aside from going for virtual ascension, pretty much the strongest origin in the game. The old ones are out there. There is a galaxy of grim, dark horror. Let's prepare for war. The synthetic yield agenda, which comes along as part of the synthetic tradition, is going to grant us even more pop assembly. All of that pop assembly is going to help us, as we do need to fill up lots and lots of extra jobs down here. We need more technicians, we need more miners. Something we definitely don't need is any agriculture districts. Goodbye, thank you farmers. Beautiful, there is machine template system. Now, finally, the Necrons will be born. Let's make sure they have adaptive frames so that they have the mechanical auto modding. That's going to be lovely. Mass produce so they come out faster. I'm going to grab bulky because that pop housing usage is going to be completely ignorable, and high bandwidth. We still then have 3 points and 3 traits left after that. I would like to grab something like exotic fuel consumption or rare crystal exterior, but we don't have the technology for that yet. We don't have any rare crystals. This would bankrupt our entire empire. So for that reason, I'm going to grab efficient processors instead for a juicy little extra 5% resource from job output bonus. Let's apply that template everywhere. That's going to take us 16 months because we are making 424 research. We've got lots of researchers, and on top of that, of course, we have the identity repository. Okay, we're already here up to 9 pop assembly on the capital and 10 on some of our other worlds. This is only going to get better though. Let's make sure we're making Necrons, of course. Sorry, I lied. We're now up to 10 now that we're making actual proper Necrons. Isn't it just lovely? I think we might have synthesized just a little bit too quickly. We do have one of our Necron pops out. That should be all right. Let's move over to our democratic surrogacy. This changes our authority and basically means we are now virtual. All of our pops gain virtual and our leaders are virtual leaders. And moving over to virtual has at year 18 pushed our research up to a tasty 553. We're going to burn through this research tree and get to who even knows where really quickly. Completing synthetic yield has pushed that empire-wide monthly mechanical pop assembly up to +2. If we'd gone down the modular path, this would of course be even higher. As it is, it's really good. We're already at 12 on the capital and our other colonies, with this final colony lagging just a little bit behind at 9. Year 21, we have found some possibly evil aliens here, the Eater aliens as we're currently calling them. Now, we don't want to meet them too soon, so I'm not going to progress through any of this first contact if I can help it. We are not ready for a fight yet. We have very low industrial output, very good research, let's not get that wrong, but we still need to build up a functioning economy. We need lots of new population to be grown. The Necron is pure and the Necron is blessed. Let's take a look at it. We are mechanical now, giving us a starting age of 1 to 10 years, and we no longer require food for sustenance. We have 50% increased species minimum habitability. Alongside virtual, that goes up to 75%, meaning we can live on a tomb world with 75% habitability. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's very good. Synthetic salvation grants us additional happiness and unity from jobs. Yes, the Necron people may have lost their souls, but they aren't happy because they have no emotions or thoughts or feelings except for, the high-ranking officials, but they're very unified. Adaptive frames means we can pick from the mechanical auto-modding traits, granting us whatever bonus we need for the situation, something like propaganda machines for more unity, logic engines for more research output. You get the gist. Efficient processors also grants us 5% more resources from jobs, and mass produce gives us 15% more pop mechanical assembly speed. Once we get some rare crystals and exotic gases, we're going to take rare crystal exterior and exotic fuel consumption to get 30% more metallurgist output and an extra 10% resources from jobs empire-wide. That's going to be really good. I just want to briefly take a look at what may have happened had we gone for more of a modular choice. Now, modular would have granted us insane amounts of pop assembly speed. Also, by adding dark matter consortium in at the start of the game, we could get some dark matter production, letting us take with basically no problems whatsoever dark matter engines for some really juicy increases to our resource from job output. Dark matter engines granting us 40%, and combining mass produced with monoform, we can quite comfortably get up to 16 or 17 pop assembly on every planet before the first 20 years of the game. That is, of course, if we pick one of the modular paths after our ascension rather than the virtual paths. But that would of course be terrible for the Necrons. Let's jump back and see how they're doing. Our main bonus as a virtual empire is that we get the virtual focus policy, granting us a whopping 80% additional output to our researchers at the cost of some leader experience gain and unity. We could choose to have a unity focus or a leader focus, but honestly, given pretty much none of our unity comes from jobs anyway, it's all coming from buildings and factions, virtual research is entirely fine. Something I should have turned on much earlier and completely forgot about is optimized identity creation and subsidized identity backups. That still keeps us within our lovely Edict Fund cap, but pushes our pop assembly up even further. And by switching over from identity copies to identity initialization, we're going to get even more happiness and resources from our joyous little Necrons. Oh yes, it's all coming up Necron. We can take something like Transcendent Learning, which easily offsets half of the negatives from the virtual research focus there, so again, basically we can ignore the negatives from this great policy, which in total here, and I can't even believe that this is the numbers, is granting us around 30 research per researcher. That is just crazy. To fuel our expansion, we need two things. We need minerals to build lots and lots of extra districts on all of these worlds where we're getting so many new pops. And then we need research, which almost year 30, we're up to 722. That means we're pushing now into tier 3 technologies, which honestly, it's beautiful. It's utterly beautiful. We appear to have made communications with a neighboring empire. These folks look funny and blue, but with weird face paint. Yes, the Tau Empire. Let's tell them not to stand in our way. Also, I think it might now be time to reform our government. Out with parliamentary sovereignty. If we really wanted to get extra power in the mid to late game, I would change over to a corporate recollection for that computation core focus, making clerks crazy good as a synthetically ascended virtual empire. But that's not what I want. Instead, I'm going to go with oligarchic supervision. On top of that, we'll take meritocracy and technocracy because why not? It's now year 33 and we're making a tasty 1,000 research. Very soon we're going to have such an overwhelming tech advantage the rest of this galaxy won't know what to do with us. And then we shall awaken and kill everybody, probably. A gravity storm that started here in the Valdeutara system has finally hit our capital, the Necron homeworld. That is now giving us a small amount of monthly devastation every single month, which is kind of a bit annoying, I suppose.
Oh no! Anyway.
Goodness gracious me, some aliens have barbarically killed, and I really do mean barbarically killed, our head of research. That's quite the blow, actually. And I'm pretty sure the orcs are still playing around with rocks. Their technology level next to us is pathetic. How can we lose? There goes the declaration of war. The orcs are going for our capital, the Necron homeworld.
Are you serious?
This, I believe, is going to be a bloodbath. We haven't even started using our focusing crystals yet, or our reactive armor and shield boosting. Together, this pushes our single fleet, I think, up to a greater power than all of theirs combined, yet we're now equivalent. Amazing. Let's go and win. There we are, we caught them in the first engagement. They have stripped away our shields. Nope, that's the shield nullification. We lost 2 cruisers thanks to that. They lost so many more ships than us. And they brought up yet more ships to join the fight. These feeble, silly orcs with their rock ships, honestly. I don't know what they expected. Now, you know, I've just jolly well realized something rather important. We have crystals, gases, and motes, which means it's finally time to add in the exotic fuel consumption and rare crystal exterior to all of our beautiful little Necrons. Yes, they're going to love it, ladies and gentlemen. And that'll only take 12 months to apply. Oh, glorious. We've just completed supremacy. And you know what? Those tricksy Catan that left all of our people without emotions or even minds, and it wasn't the Silent King. No. This was definitely the Catan, 100%, not our fault. But they've disappeared to another dimension. So we're going to have to go and follow them. To track down the Catan, we are going to have to build a synaptic lathe. We need some scalable reservoir computing. Luckily, right next door to us, there's a fantastic array of biological processing units just waiting and ready to join us. The war is going well. In fact, we don't even think we want tribute from these orky fools anymore. What we do want is to be able to take the rest of their worlds in a few years, or at least just grab them, and move all the population over to the synaptic lathe. Lathe. For now, I think this is a good time to status quo the war. We're not going to take everything from them, just a nice chunk. I don't want our empire size to go up too high. We're simply grabbing 4 worlds and a number of tasty systems next to them. Whilst the orcs are waiting to go into the lathe, we're going to set them on a standard of utopian abundance. It's that or chemical bliss. I think chemical bliss might not agree with their orky physiology, and we don't want them to get any funny ideas and bring some gods into existence. That would be bad for us. We're at year 60 and we are now hitting repeatables. There's shield harmonics. Oh my goodness me, it's revolting. We're getting orc infestations now on basically every single world within the Necron sphere of influence. Oh, not good. What if I just turn the screen off? Yes, it's all good now. The Silent King's doing a great job. We'll soon be at that next universe. Pay no attention. The year is 2263. Thek Ukobis, our main alloy world, has just been turned into an ecumenopolis. On top of that, we've got a rendezvous with Rama ongoing, and that's giving us some bonuses to researchers that honestly we just don't need. Pop assembly is at kind of an all-time high here. We're getting 16 on this ecumenopolis. Well, it's just so good. Oh my goodness me. And those numbers will continue to go up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not kid ourselves. This galaxy hasn't seen anything yet. A few more years have passed. It's now 2266. We've hit 2000 research. Oh, it's just, oh my goodness me. We're at crisis level 2 now. Very soon, we're going to get some really good Fallen Empire buildings, Fallen Empire technologies, and I'm happy to announce we've just gained enough alloys to build the Synaptic Lathe, which we will do straight away. There are lots of pops near us that look very, very tasty, very useful, very mindful, very demure, very helpful to add to our lathe. In the Torral system, we've found something rather unique. We've dropped the planetary shield and found a size 30 relic world. I think we're going to take that one straight away, thank you very much. The days of our Necron isolationism are now at an end. A supremacist policy must be maintained going forwards, and gosh darn it, that's what we're going to do. Alongside a quick bolstering of the fleet, and with the Synaptic Lathe almost ready, I think it's time we went out and find some bioprocessing units to place in our brand new computer. Against the better judgment of the Council, the Silent King has decided to join the galactic community. One can only hope to know what that ineffable mind is thinking. Again and again, the filthy aliens try to establish diplomacy with us. These lower life forms simply don't understand that we're beyond such petty concerns. The orcs are out of position, they are in our space. Let's steal their core worlds and about 150 population. We brought up an impressive transport fleet of Necron warriors. They're gonna kill absolutely everything they find. It's just gonna be, well, for the orcs, it's gonna be one of those days. They are already at war with the Briannan Interstellar League, some aliens I've never heard of. The Eldar Confederation seem to be doing well out there in the depths of space. I wonder what happened to humanity in this galaxy. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, it spawned in, but I can't find it right now. Okay, interesting. Clearly the Imperium of Man have been soundly defeated, or maybe they're hiding out in one of these areas that I can't quite see yet. Beautiful. Here is the lathe that is ready to go. Just needs a few people on there to kind of kickstart the whole thing. Let's throw a couple of neural orky chips in. That should be helpful. Get rid of that one Necron that was on there. Oh, goodness me, no. Maybe a few more orky chips. I don't understand what's happening, but right now the orcs seem to be perfectly compatible with the Synaptic Lathe. We're getting absolutely no pop decline. Wow. Again and again, the rocky orcs throw themselves at us, but again and again, their ships just fall uselessly into the ether. Well, there we are. That is victory over the orcs. We've snatched their core worlds. Now we're going to do something a little mean, just a little bit. Yeah, we're going to take all of those pops, and we're just going to dump them straight into the Synaptic Lathe because we came here for chips, so chips, please. These Orky administrative offices are definitely not needed. We're going to demolish all of those. The Orky industrial districts, ridiculous Orc cities, it's just preposterous. And then all of these unemployed folks, yeah, they're going all the way over to the lathe. You know what, let's move everybody and yeah, we're going to empty that planet out. We don't even want it right now. It's size 14. Yuck. Okay, here we go. We're finally getting some traction. We're now at 6,000 research at year 76. Oh, definitely losing a bit of food, but you know what? This is all going to be fine. Not a problem. The Synaptic Lathe, which is chugging along here nicely, may look like it has a bit of a problem. It's draining a lot of energy credits, and we're losing 500 per month. Interestingly, the deficit here is about the same as that, but fear not. The main issue is actually this kaleidoscope nonsense giving us minus 60% monthly energy credits. Without that, we'd be doing hunky-dory. The lathe is running low on population. There's only 50 units left. I'm looking over at the Tau Empire and noticing there are quite a few pops on some of these planets. Though looking at it, you know where there's even more pops? On the Fallen Empire world. That would be delicious. The petty races around us seem to be locked in an endless cycle of war. The Tau versus the Brennan versus the Han. Lots and lots of fighting that honestly I cannot be bothered to wade into the middle of. The Orc threat has been entirely battered and broken. They have a handful of colonies left with so few pops that I don't even think it's worthwhile to attack them. That means the Silent King will turn their attention to the Dabax Ancients. Allegedly xenophile, which is allegedly stupid. We're building up fleets of highly equipped battleships to deal with this threat, and we're going to kill them all. It's gonna be great. And there is the wall that we knew was coming. The Dabax Ancients are now trying to humiliate the Necron people. We will not stand for this. We will meet them in the air with lots of shooty guns. They want to humiliate us. We will humiliate them in turn and steal a few of their most important worlds. Well, they've definitely got an army big enough to take Bastu Nukop. That's bad. Right. Maku, a level 10 leader with Shield of the Empire, and Carrier Focus is leading those troops. Interesting choice there. Yep, the Gene Warriors, the Space Marines, are attacking our Necron defenses. That's fine. We're going to deal with them in our own way. I believe we have the fleets, and I don't think they're going to see this coming. Oh no, our own fortress is stopping us. Wait a moment. It should fall in just a second. There we go. Basto Nukop is back under our control. And now it's time for we launch an attack on this fallen empire. That was brutal. They're gone. Their fleet is gone, I think. Yep, that wipes out them as a military force in the galaxy. And it will mean we get access to a whole host. And I really do mean a whole host of population now. Oh, goodness me. This is where everything changes. Let's clone some orcs and throw them at the fallen empire. I feel like that's the reasonable thing to do here. They are throwing fleet after fleet at us, but it's no use. Our weapons are superior, our ships are just better. The Dabax Ancients weren't happy with just one war, they want to be completely destroyed. And we will of course give them that if that's what they desire. We will claim all of their remaining systems and then take them by force. At this point, just a single one of our fleets kind of rivals one of theirs, so I'm not too worried about these engagements. Oh, those poor decrepit fools. In 2315, the last remnants of those ancients have finally been swept away, and the galaxy is now ours to do with as we see fit. This is something we've waited for a long time, a robot manufacturing nexus. With this technology, we can get some insane amounts of pop assembly. It's gonna be completely bonkers. Here we go. The great Silent King demands tribute, and tribute shall be gained first from the Orcs, then the Tau, and finally the decrepit Eldar Confederation. After long and hard thought, the Silent King, who apparently is no longer Srek. Oh yeah, that happened. Yeah, there was a little blip. Cesaric is now Senior Science Director, and the Silent King is Eret in Seket. Don't quite know what the high politics is here, but I mean, they both have pretty much the same goals. Anyway, the new Silent King has decided to bend the rules of reality with a dangerous experiment that may have some unpredictable consequences. I'm sure it'll be fine. Also, if we could just destroy this machine completely, yes, that would be perfect. That is an abomination. Onwards and upwards, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we failed with that applied infinity thesis, but that's okay. We're going to work out some of the rules of reality and then try again. The Eldar have lived alone for far too long. It's time to bring them under the Necron fold. They currently have an overlord, the Confederacy of Jurek Than. That's not a problem. We'll vassalize all of them. Oh, and we completed a ring world. How excellent. In no small part, this is down to the insane pop assembly we're getting here on Wrapped Ubamit, plus 158 per month, meaning we're getting a new pop roughly every, 2 or 3 months here? Because we do have the scaling modifier, so the more population in our empire, the slower we get new population. And this planet is basically just a giant robot assembly plant. Whilst we prepare for this war with the Eldar, there seems to be some sort of subspace echoing going on somewhere. Probably nothing we need to worry about in the slightest. But the Eldar do have actual fleets, and they are attempting to fight back. Our vanguard of cruisers, though, pretty much cutting straight through them. Ooh, maybe they've got... Nope, they don't have too many. No, we think we'll be okay here, you know. Well, there's no holding us back now. We are at level 5 on the Crisis. Everything's unlocked. Everything is a go. Allegedly, there's some sort of coming storm. We are at war with the Eldar and winning bigly, I suppose. We've now hit 221 pop assembly on a single world. This is just silly. I love it. I absolutely love it. If we had disabled the pop required growth scaling, then we'd actually be making 2 and a bit pops every single month. Honestly, that's just so wonky. It seems the Jurek Than are a little bit more resourceful than I expected. First things first, let's turn on all of our edicts again, giving us lots of bonuses. That might help. probably not enough. Yep, I'm feeling a retreat is definitely in order here. We'll gather our remaining forces and then strike at their capital probably in a minute or two. A subspace signal does seem to be coming through and washing over the galaxy. Yeah, weird signal though. Don't know what it could possibly mean. Doesn't mean anything, probably. Definitely not Tyranids. No. The Necrons are fine, strong, and in charge. We're going to subjugate the Eldar, and then everyone else will see. We must keep loss of Necron life to a minimum here. Oh goodness, they brought up lots and lots of fleets. We need some reinforcements. Let's jump in. Where are those extra ships? Oh, there they are. They have arrived. Come on. Yep, that looks to be an overwhelming victory. We seem to be picking up some sort of second wave of something. Again, probably nothing to worry about. The galaxy is clearly ours, and none could contend with us. Though it might be worth we'll send a little science ship over there to do a little check of what's going on. Cloaked, of course, with a high level of cloaking strength, and I'm sure it'll be fine. Absolutely fine. Well, a scientist has just died. We're not really sure exactly what went on. Some weird sensor readings are cropping up, and they're clearly nonsense. 5 million fleet power fleets, honestly, preposterous. Completely preposterous. We've finally got enough troops. It's time to land. That should cut through these defensive armies pretty darn quickly. The war against the Eldar and their overlords, the Judek Than, does seem to be going pretty well. We are close to forcing a surrender very, very soon. Otherwise, there's no real issues out in the galaxy anywhere. Nope. Yep, we're all in charge, and it's great. It's great. That's very close. We're just gonna go and just check out this Hilos system, see if there's anything there that needs seeing to. I'm sure it's fine though. Absolutely fine. There do seem to be some rather strange and anomalous readings in this system. Definitely some odd ships. We're just going to see if we can initiate communications with our helpful communication lasers. I see they are registering our communication, and they've decided to leave. Well, that's fair enough, I suppose. There do seem to be quite a lot of fleets here. This could be problematic. Oof. Are we ready to take on 10 million? Short answer, I don't know. Long answer, I don't know. Once we're in combat, we'll turn on astral shielding. Might as well have volatile explosives and crystalline sensors because, yeah, why not, I suppose. I think they're about to come and fight us. I think they didn't really like what we had to say. Yep, I'm right there. They're here. This is going to be do or die, right? Let's turn on, I'm not sure, honestly, if we can take on 10 million right now. Let's turn on that astral shielding, giving us 25% more shield hit points and shield hardening. Very useful against these nasty, nasty Prethrin. We are out damaging them at the moment, but they're about to come into range. Oh, they brought another fleet in. Oh, okay, that's not good. That is not good. I think it's time to retreat. Yeah, we're losing a lot of ships here. A lot of ships. Everyone go back home. 10 million, maybe 15 million at this point. Absolutely not. Don't mind that scritchy, clicking, squelching sound. That's absolutely nothing. Disgusting organics somewhere probably got it getting on the comms. I wouldn't worry about it. Oh, and I actually have to click the button to retreat, don't I? Here we go. Let's get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, some of them have to wait a little longer. And we lost half our fleet. Not good. Very not good. Ooh, that was bad. That was very bad. Well, let's just see what we're working with when we get everybody home. We're just going to crash the galactic market on basically everything. Yeah, we're getting everything down to minimum price. And then we're using all of that extra cash to buy some alloys, which are now at maximum price. Lovely. 20 energy credits per alloy. Beautiful. I think we need a new class of battleship as well. This should definitely help. Maximum shields, maximum shield hardening, and then we'll basically just ignore. Yeah, we'll ignore armor because they can eat straight through armor. With shield hardening, we should be pretty good. The arc emitters plus the driller drones together going to penetrate armor fully, unless there's any armor hardening, and then do hull damage. Now could be the time to cut our losses with the war, but I don't want to. So what we're going to do is keep fighting it, and hopefully we'll win imminently. We are going to try and defend our own territory. There are some fleets coming a little close for comfort. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Oh, Lord. There's more than one of them as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. We've got a cosmic staring match going on at the moment. 5 million fleet right on our border. We've got about 2.5 million ready and waiting with no abilities to make it any more powerful against the crisis. Unfortunately, we cannot be the custodian anymore. That's just simply not possible. And the galaxy are busy arguing over galactic recycling initiatives. Here we go. They're coming in. They've sent one fleet of 5 million. I don't even know. We are killing. We're shooting. We're killing. Come on. Come on. Do the good work. Do the good work. Can we defend this system?
They invade our space, and we fall back. They assimilate entire worlds, and we fall back. Not again. The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
We did it. We won. We actually darnably won. Oh, that cost us very heavily. Oh, goodness me. That's not good. That's not good. That is not good. And another fleet has just arrived. Oh, goodness gracious. I think this might be the end for our little experiment. Oof, maybe not. Maybe we can actually take this. The Enigma battle cruisers are doing the holy work. Oh my goodness me. We survived. We actually survived that one. Holy crap. Okay. We're down to only 800 naval capacity, but we are fighting off fleet after Scourge fleet. This next one's only 2 million. That's nothing. Oh, crap. There's a 5 million ahead of it. Right. I see. I'm starting to think it may be time to, I don't know.
Time to abandon ship.
And by ship, I mean this reality. We're off to fight the Catan anyway. We don't need to worry about this Tyranid nonsense. It's not our problem. I just need a few more alloys, and then I can start building this lovely Horizon Needle. In the meantime, I just have to hope the defenses last the night. There is yet another Nid fleet coming in. This could be the last time we defend ourselves. I've not really been able to build many extra ships. Oh, and they are very sneaky. They've thrown their transports in first. Luckily, we did manage to defeat them soundly before they arrive with the actual ships. And what is this? The Sentinels have risen. Where are they? They are basically within our space. Amazing. Come on, kill them. Kill them with fire. Every engagement has massive losses of life for us. Yep, that was about a quarter of our fleet that we lost there, but we have knocked down. Oh, and there's another 5 million. Another 5 million have just come in. Luckily, we have all of those strike craft already up. Come on, take them down, take them down. Oh, finally. The Needle is 22% complete. That's helpful. Oh, even more fleets. Did we just lose that? We've lost the starbase. I repeat, we've lost the starbase. That starbase was kind of crucial to the defense of this system. God damn it. We haven't even had time to repair, and another fleet has arrived. Oh, crap. So far, we are dealing with, it looks like, around 97 to 98% of the Scourge. Honestly, clearly we're the galaxy's defenders here. Yeah, pay no attention to all of these fleets in Eldar space. The Eldar brought it upon themselves. Probably Nid lovers or something. To make everything much easier, we've also rounded pi to a nice round number. It's I think it's 5 now, or maybe 10. I'm not sure what the boys in R&D decided on, but that's going to make everything in our lives much, much simpler going forwards. The 33% additional megastructure build speed will also speed up our construction of this Horizon Needle. Oh, we've lost a commander. That's very bad. I'm not sure we've got enough ships here to take on this 5 million. Oh, goodness me. Everybody is dying. Everybody is dying. This might be the end of our defense. There's another commander down. Another fleet gone. But we cannot retreat. We cannot surrender. Come on. Kill the Scourge. There's another commander. Oh, no. Oh, no. 7 ships remain against 3 million. They are trying their darndest to actually make a difference here, and sometimes they kind of are. Maybe we can kite them forever. I've got hope, ladies and gentlemen. I've got hope. Let's bring in another fleet, because why the heck not? Oh my goodness me, these 6 ships are doing it. They're actually doing it. No, it's not possible. The heroes of Pride, Sutra Takak is taking everybody on. This is it. This is beautiful. 1.9 million. We brought some extra ships in as well. Oh, they just died instantly. Oh, I see. Brilliant. Okay. And that destabilized it. Oh, no. No. There goes another commander. Oh. Well, we gave it a good go. We definitely gave it a good go. No one can fault us on that. Let's build ships. We're in breach of the Military Readiness Act. Oh, no. Yes. Our diplomatic weight seems to have also fallen somewhat. I mean, we're technologically oodles ahead of everyone else, but Yeah, this could be bad. 55% on the Horizon Needle. I mean, maybe if the Scourge just kill everybody, then we'll be all right. That might even be, might be a good thing. Who knows? Get rid of the bloated dead weight, as it were. Right, we've got a tiny fleet here, but they've also only got a tiny fleet. Our 16 ships against their 8. I'm hopeful. Come on, no losses, no losses. Oh, they all died. Well, that was something. That was definitely something. We, Oh, they're coming from the south now. This is, less good. We do have a large garrison in most of these places. Let's increase that. Right, Horizon Needle is complete. Let's go and get everybody. I think it's also time to convert our fantastic pop assembly world into a fortress so that we might actually have a chance of holding them back a little whilst they move up our southern front, because they are coming up here little by little. The galactic community sends the Necrons a strongly worded letter. We're going to dispose of the letter, the envoy, and any future correspondence. We find this community in absolute abeyance. I mean, they're debating buzzword standardization at this point. It's absolute insanity. Right, we're going to resettle everyone who's in that old Fallen Empire capital system. We're going to resettle them to our homeworld, I think. Yeah, we're just going to get all of them moved across straight away. That should really speed up the process of embarkation. Yeah, get rid of that planet and Mother. Yeah, you're going to be desettled. Beautiful, beautiful. All of those extra pops. People are a little bit upset on the capital. Let's give them what they want. A sky dome, why not? We'll distribute some luxury goods as well. Look at that. We've solved the crime problem overnight. Excellent. We're down to just a handful of planets left now. Almost everybody is embarked. We're going to get rid of the alloy world. That's going to completely crash our economy just beyond anything recognizable. We're going to try a quick rescue operation here on Raptubamet, though maybe it's not even worthwhile. I'm hopeful that we can actually take down this 2 million fleet. We built up 1 million of our own. Oh, goodness me. Come on. Come on. Yes. Yes. Come on. Get in there. Well, we seem to have been caught from behind. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, they're all going to die. Let's get out of here. Everybody get out of there. I think we may have scuppered ourselves here. Yeah, there is a fleet coming towards our capital. We have, let me just check the numbers here. Yeah, we're going to have to wait 103 months for the population on this massive world here to actually all be purged. And until that happens, we cannot embark the capital. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, not good. My proficiency at building new population has been entirely turned against us. Oh, goodness gracious. I have a small idea, right? We're going to jump into this system, take out the starbase, and then we'll use a set of armies to actually take over the planet. This might just work, And then we can grab all of the people on the planet and bring them out. Oh, no, this fleet might get there too soon, though. Damn it. No. We didn't quite make it. Our hyper relay network is being utilized by the Tyranids, and they're jumping around so quickly. Everybody get out of there. We could try cloning an Orc army. I'm sure they'll be able to deal with the Tyranids. An Orc and an Eldar cloned army. Beautiful. Oh, I forgot the shield generator on the capital. That's problematic. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the Horizon Needle has just been attacked. The capital is about to fall. This is the end for the Silent King. And honestly, the rest of the galaxy. We never did end up finding out what happened to the Imperium of Man in this timeline, but yeah, it looks like the tower's still kind of doing all right. The Necrons, no, the Orcs, the Eldar, long gone. Oof. And that's it, that's the last planet fallen. The harsh truth is, we've lost. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see another Stellaris video, you might be interested in my United Nations of Earth roleplay where I try to take on all Crisis. If you'd like to watch that, click the video on screen now.